So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another solutions for another type of problems that we tend to face in our day-to-day life, also with a focus in trying to show you or just by grasping some mental models, you can already with that same mental models can already create a lot of solutions for the majority of the problems that we face. And then it also with the focus in you just by grabbing mental models that are coming from field of psychology, coming from field of economics, finance, wherever is the field, you can take so from it, and then you can apply these concepts in so your problems in order to create logic for the solutions that you have it. And then what's going to be the problem today is what I can call as the education gap, how you kind of build a better type of education program from the youth then may and it's going to be so positive. I mean, it's going to have so a positive effect for the future. And so we need to start to understand that 60% of jobs will require skills not taught in today's school by 2030. That's something coming from the World Economic Forum. We have a stagnant curricula. 85% of countries still emphasize rote memorization over creative problem solving. Digital divide. 40% of learners globally lack reliable internet access, widening inequality. Then, with that, how you can start looking at solutions. First, we have learning ecosystems. What's the idea? Education thrives when embedded in real-world context, and so how you apply it in real-world examples too. We have the community learning hubs, partner schools, libraries, and NGOs under one roof, cross-sector projects. As a case, we have the Canada's hubs networks that saw 30% higher STEAM engagement among marginalized youth. Second, the growth mindset culture. What's the idea? Intelligence and skills grow through effort and feedback. And they're so fixed by knowing that we have formative feedback loops, replace high stakes exams with interactive portfolios and peer reviews. As example, we have the Singapore Pilots Continuous Assessment has made student resilience scores increase 25%. 3. Anticipatory curriculum. What's the idea? Prepare learners for future, not past. And then suffix by wanting that. We have future scenarios workshops, co-design models on climate adaptation, artificial intelligence ethics, bioinnovation. As a case, we have the Phylon and what has done Phylon. Phylon was able to so the Phylon was able to create what it can call as tomorrow classes that embed foresight exercises, boosting career agility by 40% of the people that were under this type of classes. 4. The digital fluency, and what's the idea? Literacy now includes code, data, and media. So learning that and not just like the normal things that you learn in school. And so fix by knowing that. We have code beyond coding tracks. Integrate computational thinking across humanities and science. As example, Estonia's national e-school platform has made digital skills proficiency at age 12 90%. 5. Transformational projects. What's the idea? Deep learning occurs through meaningful creation, so fixed by knowing that. Capstone social impact projects. Students tackle local challenges with mentorship from industry. As a case, Brazil's Makers for Good program reduced dropout rates by 18%. 6. Metacognition and self-regulation. What's the idea? Learners succeed when they understand their own thinking. As a fix, learning journals, more artificial intelligence coach, track strategies, set goals, and adapt learning pathways. As example, South Korea, so he do artificial intelligence tutor that cut study time by 20% while improving outcomes. So being more efficient, and then so with that being efficient is what we pretend in education is you as much less resources being expended, you get as much of benefits that are so people getting the learnings. And then so seems to be that learners succeed when they understand their own thinking, and so you being able to do it. 7. Collaborative network effects was the idea. Knowledge grows exponentially in communities, and so fixed by knowing that global peer exchange platforms match classrooms across borders for joint problem solving. As a case, we have HIPAL's collaboration leads to 5K cross-cultural projects in 1 year. 8. Multimodal learning idea. Combine visual, auditory, and kinetic modes for deeper retention. And so fixed by knowing that, we have the virtual reality and artificial reality laboratories. Virtual dissecations, historic reenactments, and remote field trips. As example, we have the UK's immersive labs that sell memory recall improvements of 35%. 9. Equitable access. What's the idea? Learning potential unlocked when barriers removed. What's the fix? So by knowing that, zero barrier connectivity, solar powered schools, hubs, and community mesh networks. As the case, India's digital Didi initiatives delivered tablets more offline models, 1 million rural students. 10. Decentralized credentialing. What's the idea? Skills validated by performance, not seat time. So fixed by wanting that. Blockchain micro-credentials, stakeable badges for competencies and shareable with employers. Examples, the Germany skill coin pilot let learners earn 12 recognized badges in 1 semester. So seems to be something that has a positive impact in education. 11. Ecosystem of mentors. What's the idea? Learning accelerates under guidance of diverse experts. So fixed by knowing that, how you make it, the mentors becoming the easier so to mentor someone. Community mentor cycles, rotating local professionals, elders, and alumni coach cohorts. As a case, South Africa's Ubuntu mentors reduced youth unemployment by 22%. 12. Adaptive friction. What's the idea? Optimal challenge, not boredom or overwhelm. Yields flow. So fixed by knowing that, dynamic difficulty adjustment. Games and simulation that scale to each learner's zone of proximal development. As example, we have the Australia's Edu game Quest Learn that has improved engagement time by 50%. Something important always is to make people to learn. It as well you prior to arrange strategies to make people to learn in a better way is you also having the ability to return their attention. And so you, by gamifying a bit more of things, by working with psychology seems to play that make us pay attention to a thing, you apply so that elements in your thing that makes people feel engaged more, and then so you apply the strategies enough that are so enough to make people as well learn better. So understanding the principles of education is something that people will recommend for people that are decision makers and people that are the creators. And so the solution that's going to be applied in the field of education is kind of expecting them so to understand better the principles of education, and then so based on analyzing them you can also go and create your solutions for that specific problem in education. And then so I think with that 12 mental models, you can already understand that with that, they're like the basis of a lot of the initiatives that are already being applied in the world. So the big decision makers, they follow this, they get these mental models, they try to understand these logics, they try to understand these models that seem to be proven that works in reality. And then so they apply them in a one type of big solutions or some few solutions because they cannot apply everything. And then obviously, so they know these type of solutions that are going to be applied are the result of the combination of what's a lot of the mental models they say. So they create a solution that tends to be the most effective one as a result of combining the ideas of all the mental models that you can look for, the most fundamental ones, or the ones that are most adapted for the field, more applied in your field. So, obviously, the implementation roadmap you always tend to have. You can integrate the big solution. So we have phase 1 of policy infrastructure, launch national learning ecosystem grants, mandate open source interoperable It sets standards. As a phase 2, you can have a capacity building, train futures facilitators and artificial intelligence and nice learning coaches, upskill teachers in design thinking, digital tools, and assessment literacy. As a phase 3, you can have like the platform development, roll out community learning hubs networks, apply blockchains, credentialing, and adaptive learning engines. And phase 4, the culture and community engagement, host learning festivals showcasing student innovations, and empower parents and industry council to co-govern local curricula. So with that, I expect you to understand the what I defend. This channel so defends as well. And so with that, I hope it was enough to convince you to subscribe to see other videos that this channel is about to produce or other ones that already were uploaded. So thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one.